Welcome to the Weave's Guidebook, Bright Delving 1. As the goal of this weave is to complete circles, the main strategy comes down to when to start and when to complete the circles. As you will learn is the case with most circle completion weaves, you do not need to complete all of the circles in order to open the portal, and in many cases, it will be wiser to not even attempt to complete them all. For this particular version, 1 to 2 circles are all you will need. Generally, it will be very useful to bring very tanky classes to complete the circles. This honestly could be anyone with a shield, as it will allow them to sit in the middle of the circle, even if there are hordes of enemies all around. Your general gameplay loop throughout this map will look like moving through the map, stabilizing before the circle, triggering the circle, backing up and handling the disablers that come with the spawn, and then moving forward and finishing the circle. If you do this quickly enough on this map, you will need to complete all 3 of the circles, as you will not have killed enough of the ongoing spawns to fill up the essence meter. If you find yourself in this situation, I would almost suggest trying to slow the group down in the future, as the 3rd circle can be very difficult to complete due to the cramped nature of the area it is in. On higher level weaves, it is actually easier to trigger a circle, wait for it to exhaust itself of spawns, thereby increasing the amount of essence you're effectively getting from it, and then completing it. Doing it this slowly will allow you to typically get the map done with 2 circles, or 1 if you're going extremely slowly, but I would not suggest this as you will be low on time for the final arena battle. There are a few spawns your spawner is definitely going to want to keep in mind on this weave, all of which can be handled by triggering them, and then backing up to fight them off as a group. Reaching the first tunnel will spawn an assassin, a hook rat, and 2 ratlings. Touching the first circle will spawn 2 assassins, along with a horde, and will spawn 2 hook rats if you take long enough to complete it. Midway between the first and second circles, you will spawn 4 leeches, an assassin, a hook rat, and a ratling. This is a major fail point in this weave, so you want to be sure the party is stabilized before triggering it. The second circle will also trigger 2 assassins, followed later by the 2 hook rats. Moving into the clearing that follows the second circle will spawn a leech and 3 ratlings. This is typically as far as you'll want to go before initiating a sprint to the end, as dealing with more than this, or fighting in the tunnels that follow this, is unnecessarily risky. If your party is struggling to stay alive through these spawns, there is a cheese spot you can use near the first circle. If you head up the ladder on the left, and head into the dead end on the far right side of the map, there is a rocky outcropping you can stand on where enemies will have a hard time reaching you. Be careful stacking too many people in here, as it will push some into the line of fire from enemies. Any more than 2 will make it so that the 3rd and 4th have to keep their block up. For the final sprint, there are 2 purple potions in the small room offshoot of the clearing following the second circle. If you have a handmaiden, I would honestly suggest that they just grab both purple potions, as it is essentially guaranteeing there will be a purple pot for the team to use in the final battle. Something I have learned the hard way through playing handmaiden is that you need to be selfish when it comes to getting to the circle. Otherwise, you are putting yourself at unnecessary risk. Once the portal is open, grab 1 purple pot, drink it, and grab the other. It will be enough to get you to the end. Make sure to communicate to your party that you have made it so that they can commit suicide or push for the portal. Otherwise, they will cost your team time for the final battle. The final battle consists of 3 waves, the first of which contains a horde and a hook rat, the second which contains a bile troll, a leech, and more horde, and the 3rd which has a rat ogre, a hook, a flamer, and more horde. With the Coliseum Plateau final map being wide open for the most part, and the flame modifier, the Skaven Slave hordes actually become remarkably dangerous. It's best to only fight them when you're surrounded by your allies, to make sure you're not taking any stupid deaths. The leech can usually be killed in his spawn point before he pours down, so I would suggest doing this if you see him on the far side in time. Unless your party has a ton of monster DPS, or is really good at ledging trolls, which I will note is very difficult because of their animations, you will most likely have to fight both the troll and the rat ogre at once. Kiting the rat ogre is no issue, just keep backing up and he will clear out many of the Skaven slaves for you. The troll is ironically more dangerous in this situation. Make sure to keep an eye on him for his puking animations, and side dodge when he goes for this. Once things have calmed down enough, your party can ledge the rat ogre and clear out the bile troll the old-fashioned way. If you follow these tips and find you're still struggling, consider watching my Weaves Guidebook and introduction video, or reach out to me or any other number of players in the Ranked Weaves Discord, both of which are linked in the description below. If you thought this video was helpful, Feel free to like and subscribe. More videos like this one will be going up constantly until I covered all 160, so I'll be covering the weave you're stuck on eventually. Take care.